Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have another diamond in the rough I want you guys to meet. This here is Malik McKinzie, outside linebacker out of Charleston Southern. Nice to have you on today, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I want to get a chance to meet this guy. Had a pretty solid outing this past year. Had several sacks, 63 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 7 sacks altogether. Ended up being first team all conference and now sitting with me. So let's get after it, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Malik McKinzie. I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. Play outside linebacker for the Charleston Buccaneers. Previously, I was at UNC Pembroke. I spent my first 3 seasons there. I just got to Charleston last spring.
Cool. Well, we'll get to talking about all of that, but I mean, Malik, the first thing that I kind of want to establish is the early days of you as a football player, man. When did you start playing football? Talk to me. What's your earliest memory?
So the first time I ever played football was in Germany. My parents were stationed out there, and I was too young to play tackle there. The rules were a bit different, but my first experience with football was flag football, and I actually played quarterback. So
Nice.
yeah, that's my first memory playing quarterback, and now I don't like quarterbacks at all. So
Now you eat quarterbacks for breakfast. I understand. So grew up. Uh, can I affectionately say military brat? Are you comfortable with that? Like, it's
yes,
a
sir.
good way of saying it. Um,
Yeah.
so, but I have in my notes South Carolina, which is where you kind of settled,
Mm.
during your high school days, established yourself there. And so, talk to me about your high school days because uh, pretty solid athlete at that particular time, playing linebacker. Also did some basketball and pretty good track and field guy as a thrower. So talk to me about those days.
So football, like always been my first love. So my first 2 years, all I really cared about was football. Basketball was something like it was just more fun for me. Um, and actually, like my sophomore year, I broke my leg, so I didn't get to play football. So that season, I was just working out, training, and I think that's when I really realized how much I loved football because I missed the whole season.
Hmm.
I made it back for basketball season, but after that last basketball season, I knew like football was really like what mattered to me, what I wanted to take far. And then track is just, I don't know, it's just something about track that I like the competitiveness of it, like just one on one, like seeing who's better. Like I've always loved that. So like challenging myself, seeing how far I could take it. Like I just love that. So track, I went to nationals, Nike Nationals my senior year. I really only got to do track for one full year. My junior year, uh I didn't start like when everybody else started. I started a bit later. But my senior year, I did solid, made it my way to nationals and placed fifth in my division. So yeah, it was high school athletics. It was a good time.
Kind of nice. Have some stats in my notes about you as a track and field guy. Again as a thrower, 53 foot, 7.5 inch shot put, pretty solid. 151, in the discus. Some nice numbers, respectable numbers there. Um, what, if anything, you feel from your experience, as a thrower or as a basketball player, what do you feel has maybe helped you as a football player now looking back on it?
Um, Track is like you have to be really explosive. So just training like a lot of explosive movements, like making sure I'm getting the throws out there. And also my time, like one of the main reasons I went to track was to get faster. So while I wasn't throwing, I was trying to find tips to get faster, work on my drive phase, my get off. So I
Yeah.
think that's helped me. And then basketball, um, you don't just want to get sent one way the whole time. So I had to find a way to use my left. And so being able to use both hands
Yeah, I
and
mean,
be strong with those.
there's a lot that goes into it, I think. I mean, one of the things that comes to mind for me, especially with all the track stuff, is body control,
Mm-hmm.
balance, because I have limited knowledge of this, so forgive me, but like from what I've seen, like you only have a limited area that you can be
Okay.
in when you're throwing a discus. And
Mm-hmm.
so like you have to be aware of like, that small area, and then of course utilize it, to the most of your ability so that you don't step out and get a foul or something like that. So
Yeah.
very interesting, I think,
Yeah.
um, in how that helps. So coming out of Sumter High School, you find yourself at UNC Pembroke.
Mm.
Talk to me about the recruiting and how you ultimately landed there.
So out of high school, I didn't have too much. I mean, I think that was a time when the portal just kind of started kicking off. So a lot of older guys, fifth years, I mean, 6 years, seniors. So it was, it just ended up like that. I'm grateful. I'm thankful to God I ended up there. Yeah, my recruiting wasn't, I didn't have a crazy recruiting story. Remember, it came in uh, after the season, and I believe in January, offered me, and from there, I was just communicating with my family, praying about it, and the decision was made. Like I was gonna go there and play.
Well, you were there for a few years. You established yourself. You did fairly well for yourself there for Pembroke. Um, Before we move on to your Charleston Southern experience this past year, as you reflect a little bit, who are some of the most influential people during your time there at Pembroke? Some coaches, teammates. Like who were the people that really helped shape you early on into the person and player you are?
I say Sean Hill and Evan Van Meter. Those were my big brothers when I came in. I came in as a linebacker before I moved to outside linebacker. So playing middle linebacker, those were the guys that were there before me. As soon as I stepped on campus, they looked out for me. They gave me advice. They showed me the playbook before I even got there. They made sure I was comfortable, and they tried to give me all the tools that they didn't have when they came in, um, to help me succeed. So I forever appreciate those guys.
Awesome. So you were at Pembroke for a few years and then you decided to transfer. You transferred out to Charleston Southern. Talk about that whole transfer bit there. I mean, making the decision to transfer and then ultimately landing there.
Yes, sir. So my goal has always been to go to the league, go to the NFL, and be one of the best players. And I felt like I needed to play against other people that had the same mind, that competition that was better than the competition I was facing. I feel like to grow, I need to go against people who are better than me. So I decided to move up a level and test myself out against better competition. And taking the chance, like this, I think the second day or the first full day I was in the portal, CSU, Coach Reyes called me, the DC called me, and he said, "I want you." And from there, again, it was just praying with my family and then making a decision to come here.
Well, I mean, I guess it's suited you somewhat. I mean, you're looking at a school that isn't too far from home, so certainly helps you there. And again,
Right.
as you had mentioned, I mean, the whole idea of testing yourself, putting yourself up against the best competition possible. Obviously, that's the way to go. That's usually how you get your name out there. How scouts get to notice you. With no disrespect to Pembroke, solid team. I believe at the time they were in the Mountain East. Now they're completely switched over to the Conference of Carolina. So I mean, a lot going on there for them with the whole realignment thing. But you reposition yourself. You come to Charleston Southern, and now you're part of the Big South OVC group there. And so let's talk about this transition. But I don't know. Let's look at maybe perhaps what you experienced at Pembroke versus Charleston Southern. How would you describe a little bit of that change, when you first stepped onto the field, or even throughout the year, man? I mean, did they do things a little different with their defense or what?
Yes, sir. Things were a bit different. And at Pembroke, we were mostly running a four down, uh, like all the time. So I was constantly in that playing the five tech. I was off the edge. I was in the 3-point stance, having my hand in the dirt. Um, then moving to Charleston, the three down, I was standing up more. I'm off the edge, like rushing the passer, like from a wide alignment more often, a lot more. I would say that was the biggest difference. And also, at Pembroke, I did not really play in coverage. I never they didn't want me. Uh, they wanted me to rush the passer. They wanted me to get after quarterback, and here they gave me the opportunity to do both, which I really appreciate being able to get back to those linebacker roots of being in coverage sometimes, and then also being on the edge, like getting the opportunity to do both is something I really wanted, and
Yeah,
I took advantage of it.
Malik, from what I saw from you this past season, like you had mentioned, I mean, yeah, sometimes they do, bring you up, put you in that five technique, allow you to utilize your speed so you can get to the pass, get to the quarterback and disrupt the pass. But then also being able to stand up, drop back into coverage. And so, of course, we are looking at a player who can do a lot. It brings a whole lot of great versatility to the table. Um, Other than perhaps that, how would you describe yourself as an athlete and some of the better attributes that you bring to the table as a prospect?
I believe I'm a tweener. I'm a guy who could do anything, who can adapt. Whatever the defense calls for, throw me where you need me, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the job done. I think my attributes, I feel like I'm a strong guy. I feel like at the point of contact, I'm pretty aggressive. I can hold my own. Yeah, like I said, I'm adaptable. Whatever situation, whatever play call, whatever defense it is, whether I have to put my hand in the ground or I'm out in coverage, or I'm sitting at linebacker depth, playing middle. I'm gonna find a way to get the job done.
Gotcha. We are looking at a player who stands about 6'2.5", 235 pounds, but don't let that fool you. We are looking at a guy who's very strong and can match up well in the trenches, but then also, drop into coverage. That's more or less what I had in my notes here. Quick off the ball, very aggressive. And a hitter to be reckoned with, man. Like I saw you really during one of your games, you went all the way across the field just to lay in on somebody. So, I mean, certainly has the speed to go sideline to sideline as well. So, want to talk about some of the highlights of your career, if you don't mind. Before we get to your Charleston Southern days, your very last game there for Pembroke
Mm.
was a great game. You end up with 3 sacks against Concord. I know it's been a year since then, but you really left a lasting mark there with that one game. So, anything that you recall from that matchup?
Uh, I remember just getting off the ball. I felt like the tackles there they weren't the fastest. So I know focusing on my get off during that game and in practice was very important. So that week preparing, everything for me was just get off the ball, and then bend the edge. And thank God it worked out for me. I finished off my junior season strong. Yeah.
Yeah, finished off strong. You end up with 3 sacks in that game, which is pretty nice. And again, as we had mentioned, the coaches there at Charleston Southern really wanted you. And so they brought you in order to utilize you in a lot of different ways. When I look back at this season, one of the better games that you had was against Eastern Illinois. I want to say that was somewhere in the 90s for your grade on PFF. So a fantastic outing for you and your team that game. Talk to me about some of this, man. You end up with 13 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss. credited for 1.5 sacks and a great forced fumble. So talk to me about all this if you don't mind.
Going into the game, I was I was excited. It was another game. We had just won the game before, and getting the team on a roll was something I really wanted to do, especially finishing out the season strong. Like winning out was something in my head. Like I needed that. I wanted to do it. So going into the game, I was motivated, stepped onto the field, and yeah, from there it was just I had to go. Like I had to get the job done. It was work. Yeah, the my first sack, I came off, got off the ball. The quarterback was sitting back in his stance, and I attacked the ball, got a strip sack. Um, yeah, and the later in the fourth quarter was when the majority of my tackles came in. It was they were driving down on us. The game was really tight. It was just a big moment, like it needed to get done. And yeah, we finished out the game, blocked the field goal. My teammates, my boy David Portu blocked the game-winning field goal. So thank him, we won the game, and it was a great time. That was one of my favorite games like I ever played in.
Yeah, it was a tight matchup, but you did obviously end up with the victory in that one. 17-16 ultimately was the score there. Um, I know this past season wasn't exactly the way you wanted, but you have put together a pretty solid career with two separate institutions. When we kind of look back and reflect a little bit on your time in college, what are some of the lasting memories, man? What are you most proud of that you've been able to accomplish, during your years in college?
Well, I think handling like switching positions well, like coming in as a linebacker and then moving to edge, like uh, I don't think it's one of the easiest things to do, having to go from sitting at depth to having to fight with 300 pounders every play. So handling that and adjusting well to that was big. The three sack game, that was that was great for me. And then the thing I remember most is like all the goal line stops we've had. Goal line stops, like they just bring so much energy to the game, to the team, and like being involved in those fourth down goal line stops, like that's something I'll never forget. Like fighting for every inch. Like those are the things I'll miss the most about this season. We've had a couple of those, so
Great. Give me an idea of some of the other talent there at Charleston Southern. Who are some of maybe the up and coming guys that are coming up in that program? Because obviously they're going to have to move on from you. So who else is there?
Mylan Bowen, he plays Bandit, like I did. David Portu, he plays field end. CJ Landham, he's a three tech. Jason Hurts, he's a nose guard. Those guys are the guys I played with a lot. At linebacker, Steve Zakowski, he had a great season. He was also first team. Um, Anthony Pope, he uh he was freshman of the year, defensive freshman of the year. Rashawn Cunningham, he's up for the Jerry Rice Award, receiver. So there's a lot of guys like there's just a lot of talent here, and I believe in each and every one of these guys. I'm praying next season they can go crazy, get the job done. Like finish where we left off. Grow on this season. Hopefully, take it 12-0.
Yeah, great to hear that there's a lot of young talent there to look forward to in upcoming years. Appreciate you sharing about those guys. Want to take a moment to meet the guy under the helmet here with Malik McKinzie. Again, we've talked about you and your journey, you as a football player, and some of your highlights and all. But what about you off the field, man? We've learned a little bit about you, being a military kid. But any other interesting fun facts that you want to share?
Um, I love fishing. Fishing is about the only hobby I have outside of football. Like I spend all of my time on football, so a little bit of time I do have, I go fishing. either by myself or with my grandmas. Me and her love to compete while fishing. She beats me a lot, so I got to get her back for that. But it's yeah, fishing. That's probably my favorite hobby outside of football.
Okay, okay. Malik, I picked out a few questions here. Before we got together and chit chatted. So, if you don't mind, play along as I ask you some silly questions. So, um, let's have at it. Are you a PlayStation or an Xbox guy?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. What is it I guess you favor the most when you get on the game?
Um, I like sports game like NCAA, 2K games like that. I'm really more of an outside guy, if I'm being honest. I
No,
don't
I got
touch the
you. No,
sticks
it's
too
fine.
much,
I
but
appreciate that. Um,
yeah.
uh, it- Again, I didn't know this beforehand. So, I mean, I wrote these down like they're completely random. So, um, favorite ice cream flavor?
Oreo.
Oreo
Oreo.
ice cream. I love that
Yeah.
one. That's actually in the freezer right now as we speak. So,
Okay.
I definitely hear you there. Um, Favorite superhero?
Mm. Black Panther.
Black Panther. Okay, nothing wrong with that one. Uh, Uh, you'd mentioned again about you moving around a lot as a kid. And so, I mean, I imagine that you've been to a few different countries, as you had mentioned, you were in Germany and such. But is there a place that you yourself want to eventually go visit, perhaps again or for the first time? What's like a dream vacation for you?
I want to go to Asia. I've never been to Asia. Like I've never even stepped foot in the continents. I think going anywhere in Asia would be pretty cool. Probably like Japan. Going to Japan would be really cool.
All right, all right. So, as long as you know how to use some chopsticks, are you a sushi guy too?
Like, I like sushi. I like sushi.
Okay, okay. Let's bring it back home though. Favorite home cooked meal?
Home cooked meal. Ribs. Ribs probably.
Ribs, just kind of, having the barbecue sauce, licking your fingers
Oh
afterwards.
yeah.
I get that one. Let's shift gears back towards the football side of things. For you as a fan growing up, watching players in the NFL, maybe perhaps even now, um, who are some of your favorites? Maybe growing up or currently in the NFL.
Ray Lewis was my favorite player growing up. Yeah,
So
growing up it was him, Von Miller. Yeah, those were my favorite two players growing up. Now I kind of look at the game a little bit different. I'm watching like to see like I'm kind of studying a little bit, like trying to see who I play like, what I could take from different players. So Khalil Mack, I look at him. Uh Tuli Pelotu, I look at him.
mhm.
I look at Miles Garrett, look at Will Anderson. Uh, yeah, guys like Henry Toto, who plays middle linebacker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
so I
just
mean,
now it's
you kind of
so
have to watch a little bit of all of those things because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know, where to place you on the field because, I mean, you can be, a guy who's off the ball or, with your hand in the dirt, rushing the passer. So, um, again, I kind of think it's great that you have been able to, kind of watch some of these other guys, who are a little bit bigger, smaller, whatever. So you can, maybe, take a little bit of their game and add it to yours. Um, Great. Love it. Malik, obviously you and I have been talking here because, I'm looking at a guy who wants to get his name out there, wants to be known, get his opportunity in the NFL, hopefully very soon. Um, Go ahead and take the last few moments to talk to those prep scouts out there, man. Tell them what kind of player they would be getting if they took a chance on you. So, in with your final thoughts.
if you take a chance on me, I believe you're getting a God-fearing man who loves the game, who's gonna play his heart out every snap. I pride myself on working hard, pride myself on giving everything I have every play. because effort is really the only thing that we can control out on the field. So that's the thing I try to harp on the most. A guy who's going to adapt well to any situation, who's going to learn. Yeah, I'm gonna give it everything I have because like there's no other way for me to go. All I know is 100%. So I'm gonna give it
Gotcha.
everything every time.
Well, obviously, we're looking at a guy who just came off of a solid season, looking for an opportunity here soon in the pros. Looking at a guy who's very versatile, who can be used in a lot of different ways on the field. So, Malik, want to wish you all the best in your journey. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Once again, I got Malik McKinzie, outside linebacker, Charleston Southern. Check him out.